Hello guys, welcome to this YouTube channel. This is the voice of Victor Isah right here. In this channel, I post videos around graphic design, tutorials that will teach you how to use your smartphone or PC to create amazing graphic designs, all right? And in this particular video tutorial, I'm going to show you how I created this beautiful church flyer that is showing on your screen right now. The step-by-step process involved in creating this particular beautiful flyer that is showing on your screen right now. Okay, if you are new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification icon so that you can get notified the next time I post new videos. Without any further ado, let's head straight into business. All right, so these are the elements here. You can see them. These are the elements here. These are the elements that we use for this design. So I'm just going to go over and click on default. All right, and then I delete this off. I delete this default text. All right, so once you click on default, you will have an empty space as this, or once you just open your Pixellab, you will have an empty space just like this. So what you are going to do is to start importing all the elements that were used for this particular design. All right, so what I'm going to do is just to go over to my background. First of all, I'm going to set up the background. So I go over to my background tool. This is the background tool right here. Click on it and then scroll to from gallery, import from gallery. All right, so click on it from gallery, and then I'm going to choose the background image. All right, click on it. This was the image we used for the background, and then click on good, and then there you go. Now you have your background set a little bit, although we are not done. Then the next thing we are going to do is to start importing all the other elements that are used for the background manipulation and every other necessary things. All right, so now come over to your shape tool. This is your shape tool in the middle. All right, so click on it and then come over to import. Click on import. All right, click on import, and then you start importing them one after another. Okay, click on import. You start importing one after another. The light effect. Okay, we also import the reference image. Okay, we import the reference image, the paper, the tone paper. Yes, yes, yes. And then we also import the images of the ministers or the pastors or the imaginary ministers now. Yes, yes, yes. So go over until you are done importing. Just go over quickly and import all of them. Yes, I think we are good. So now let's hide all these images while we work with the background now. So this is the image that is overlaying on the background. So what you do is just to increase the size like I'm doing, and then come over and set it up here. All right, then come over to relative position and then click on it and then set it to middle and center. All right, by clicking on these two icons in the middle there. All right, this and this. Now there you go. Then the next thing to do is to go over and lock it so that it won't move. All right, you lock it, and then you come to opacity. Still under your shape tool, you will scroll, and then you will see opacity. All right, click on opacity and then reduce it a little bit. Let's make it 60, or let's say 65. Yes, that's good. So we are good. Then the next thing is now to set up your designs. All right, so what are we going to do? Okay, glory prayer network. So come over to your text tool. This is your text tool. All right, click on it and then click on edit. Glory prayer network. Okay, reduce it and give it the font that we used. Wow. All right, come over to font and then select the font that we used. All right, Nevis is the font that we are going to use for this. All right, so come over to spacing. Look at it, spacing right here. Increase the spacing. Okay, and then come over to size. Reduce the size. All right, and then come over to relative position and then click on the first one. Good. and then come over to position and move it up a little bit. Give it white color. Come over to color, still under your text tool, scroll and you will see color. All right, click on color and then click on plus icon and make it white. The color code for white is this. Click on this pen tool to edit, and then you will see the color code. This is the color code. So for white is FFFFF. All right, 6 F's for color white. All right, so that is that. Click on OK and then you are good. Then duplicate it, that is copy. Click on copy. All right, click on copy and then bring it down, edit it and write presents. Okay, bring it down there and then click on a relative position to centralize it, and then there you go, there you go, there you go. And the next thing you are going to do is to type in the theme or the major purpose of the flyer, which is prayer conference. Prayer. Reduce the line spacing, take it back to normal, which is 0 line spacing. Increase it, increase the size, and then come over to font. Click on font and then come over to, I think it's in my font, yes, Aurora. Okay, Aurora. All right, that's the name of the font that was used. Yes. I think I rotated it a little, just -2. Yes, there you go. There you go. And then the next thing is simply to type in conference, right? Conference 24. Yes, conference 2024. All right, so let's hide this reference image again. So come over to shape tool and then click on shapes. Go over to shapes tool, click on shapes and then bring it down here. All right, mark good and then come over to color, enable it, that is red color, but it was not pepper red. I think I toned it down a little. Yes, this is the code for the red we used. This is the code for the red. Look at it right here, FF4141. FF4141. All right, that's the color code. You can decide to use it or to use your own, whichever one, and then rotate it like we rotated. Yes, that is good. And then type in conference, prayer conference 2024. Yes, and then you just go over, click on your font, and yes, this was the font we used. You can increase the line spacing a little bit and then make it white color, although not. Yes, so you can use this color code FDFFDE. That is the color code FDFFDE. Yes, click on OK and then you are good. So you also rotate it to -2 like we did. Good. I think we are making a headway. All right, so the next thing we are going to do now, let's check it with the reference image, please. Okay, make the reference image 100 by 100. Let's see. Let's bring the prayer up and see where it is. Yes, we are making progress. And then let's bring the conference up as well. Okay, we are making progress. Lock that prayer. We are working on the conference only. Let's align it and then let's do this as well. All right, so hide the reference image now and then order these to front and then conference 2024 to front. Okay, so you can select the glory prayer network and then the present, and then come over to this tool. After selecting the both of them, come over to this tool and then click on it and then click on this position tool, click on it and then move it up a little. Good, that is that. And then the next thing to do is simply to start working on the images. All right, so you're going to go over, click on this shape tool and then reduce the shape, reduce it. Okay, let's see. Yes. Okay, yes. So the size is 18, the width is 18 and the height is 28. I can decide to change it anyways. So it all depends on what you want to do. You can decide to change it or use another size entirely. All right, so that is that. You can, yes, copy it as well and move it down here. Okay, make sure it's aligned, make sure it is well aligned. All the 4 shapes are well aligned and the spacing in between them is the same. Yes, 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 yes. So we are good. And then you can now go over, click on your layer tool. This is your layer, click on it and then come over and click on this tool here. Come over and click on this tool here, all right, to select, and then tick on the boxes that you want to select. All right, the elements you want to select, click on it, and then I want to align these ones very well, so I'm going to click on this and then come over to relative positioning and do this and do this. All right, click on it again, select them, come over to positioning and move them down a little. So now we are making progress. All right, the next thing to do is to still go over to your layers and then begin to bring the images one after another to front. Okay, okay, so you resize the image and you want to fit them into that particular shape. All right, so watch quickly. I'm going to achieve that. All right, you can unveil your reference image now so that we will be on the same page. All right, unveil it. I think this image is the first one, yes, according to the reference image. So let's do this together. All right, now hide this. Now let me show you what to do. All you have to do is click on one of the shapes, all right, duplicate it. You can make it another color, or you can import a shape anyhow. You can make it another color and then use it to cover the exact part that you want to cut off. Okay, use it to cover that part of the image. All right, there's still some parts left. Good. Okay, okay, then you can duplicate it or copy it, whichever one. Just click on copy and it will become 2, or it will duplicate, and then go over and click on these shapes, shape tool and then position. Yes, okay, let's see. Good, we are good, right? And then duplicate it again, then rotate it to cut the down part, and then move it. As you are moving, what I'm looking at is this part until it has reached the edge, all right, the bottom edge of that white image. That's what I'm looking at, because it's the same size. That's why it has to be the same and it has to be aligned. Good, it has reached the bottom now, so I can simply go over, and then now I will go over to these layers and then come and select this image of the preacher and then the 3 other red images. Okay, then come over to this tool down here, the one in the middle down there, and then click on it and then come over. Are you sure you want to merge the selected objects? Come over and merge, click on OK. All right, it will merge the objects now. Oh no, it's not covering everything. Make sure it covers everything. Make sure it covers the entire image of the guy aside the part that you want to leave out. Oh my god, it did not cover everything before I aligned, so we'll have to do that again. All right, so let's see. Okay, good, we are good now. It has covered everything aside that particular space that I want. the particular part of the guide that I want is the part that will be showing. All right, so now come over and group them together, merge them together, and then you can now come over and scroll to erase color. Click on erase color and then come over and click on this tool here, this one. Okay, click on it, the color picker, and then pick the color you want to erase. I want to erase this red color, and then come over and click on mark. All right, mark it good, and that is it. So if you zoom closely, you'll be seeing that red line. All right, all you need to do is to increase the tolerance, sorry, and the red line will disappear much more better. Increase it much more better. Let's make it 20, and then you can still come over to edges and increase it, smooth edge. All right, make it 3. Good. Now you have seen the image is now exactly inside the box. All right, now you can lock it, okay, so that it won't move. You get that? So you're going to do that for all the 4 images. All right, so we have successfully imputed all the images into the shape. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is to simply add our color to those shapes at the back of the images. If you look at the reference image, there are some colors there. So this is what we did. It's not an actual color, but let me show you what we did. All right, simply click on that shape. All right, click on any of the shape. The one I selected is the second one. So now come over to texture. All right, click on texture, and then now click on this photo icon. All right, click on it, and then if you take it to your gallery, then I'm going to pick the texture I used from this image. All right, that is the background image. All right, so you're going to pick the texture from there, and there you go. And then come over and enable this maintain ratio. Just enable it. All right, so you're going to do the same thing to all the shapes. It's nice. So now we are going to lock everything lockable. Yep, lock this, lock everything. Okay, good. So the next thing is to put in our date and time and all that. Date, time, and venue. All right, great. Now lock these as well, lock that element as well, and then now bring in, yes, there is a light effect. All right, there is a light effect. Bring it in between the images. There are light effects in between the images. You will see light effect. All right, good. Now duplicate and do the same thing here. Duplicate it and put it here. Duplicate it, put one here, and then duplicate, and you have another one right here. Okay, so you can lock all now. Sorry, you can lock. Yes, so there you go. Next thing we are going to do is simply to type in our date and time and all that. So order this to front. All right, so type in your date and time and everything else, and then we are done with this design, right? Date and time. All right, now come over to the dates, add text, 23rd to 25th, I guess. Yes, bring it down. Okay, and then come over. The font I use is Montserrat Extra Bold. Yes, and then the color is black color. The color code for black is 000000, 6 zeros. All right, and then just reduce the line spacing in between them. The line spacing in between the line. All right, yes, there you go. And then you can reduce the size. Good. There you go. Then move it up a little bit. Now copy it and type the month, which is October 2024. October 2024. October 2024. So type it, reduce the size, and position it rightly, giving it red color. Why we give it red color is because it is small. Okay, it is small, so it has to stand out so that it will be easily visible. It is very small, so it has to be easily visible, so we have to give it a color that will make it very visible despite the size. All right, the next one is Glory Prayer Network, which we want to type in the address now. Okay, that is the address. This is the name of the church, so I'm going to type in the address as well. This is too small. Let's elongate it. Yep, good. Now move the date and the time. Move the dates. Yes, good. So now we just increase the size and then centralize it, copy it, and then type in the address, number 24 Jesus Street. It's not an actual address, so you can use any address of your choice. Jesus Street, sorry, along Femi Road, opposite GT Bank, Ikeja, Lagos State. All right, so we just make use of this address, although that was not the address that I typed in, but any address you wish to use, you can put it right in there. Then come over to alignment, scroll to alignment, align, and then click on it and then give it center alignment. All right, and then the line spacing is too close to each other, so I'm going to bring it down, so -3. Even -3 be too close by the time I reduce the size. All right, okay, make it black color, and there you go. And then the last one is the date, sorry, the time rather. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Okay, increase the size a little bit. It's too big, make it 33. All right, so now bring it down a little, and then duplicate this and type in West African time. West African time, full stroke, and write daily. Daily. All right, so reduce the size. Okay, 15 is fine. Is it okay? Let's make it 13. All right, okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let's bring it down a little bit. All right, that's awesome. And the next thing you are going to do is simply to put a demarcation between each of them. All right, so I'll just do this. Let's move the date as well a little bit more. Okay, and then now let's move the address just once. Good. And then put the demarcation, all right, the straight line in between them. Let's hide the reference image now. Put the straight line in between. The straight line in between. Mark good. Give it color red. Relative size, reduce the size, and then position it right there. Position it right there. I think the height is still too much. Turn off the maintain ratio when you go to the size and then reduce it. All right, good. The size is okay now. Click on it, duplicate, and then bring it down to that side, to the right hand side as well. All right, I believe you are enjoying this tutorial and you are learning new things right here. If yes, kindly hit the subscribe button, please, and turn on the bell notification icon so that you can get notified the next time I post new videos. All right, so let's continue. The next thing is we should add a shape down here. Just add one shape down here. All right, good. Then come over to color, turn it on. Gradient fill is what I gave to it. So look at the gradient I used. This is the gradient I used. Let me show you the color code. There is one bar here, and the color code for the first bar is this: FFF 486. FFF 486. So that's the color code for the first and the last. The first bar here, this one, and the last one here is the same color code. Then this, the second one, and this third one is the same color code as well. So this is it: FFF 9CE. FFF 9CE. All right, click on OK, click on OK, click on OK, and then there you go. There you go. I'm going to move all these things up, okay, because it's too close to the bottom there. It's too close. It's too close. So I'm going to select all and move them up, 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 up. Good. Then just order the rest, like the conference, the prayer, order them to front. Yep. So that is that. And then the next thing I'm going to do is simply to type in for inquiries. For inquiries, call 08101131215 or 09058222671. All right, that's the number to call for inquiries. So that's the number we're going to put down here. Okay, you can make it black color. Yep, that is that. For, not fro, for. Yes, you can increase the size. Let's make it 20. All right, that's fine. And the next thing is to type in Jesus revealed and glorified with exclamation marks, and put it down here. Make it white color. Yes, I believe you are learning. I believe you are learning. Then the next thing is to start typing in the names of the guest ministers. All right, so to type in the names, this place is too light, so I'm going to make this place darker a little bit, so that when I type in the name it will show clearly. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. So how do I do that? I will simply go over to shape, to my shape, this, and then click on stickers. That is the first icon there, and then you will see one white flay effect right there. Okay, so come over, drag it to this side. All right, now, and click out here. All right, click out. Now this is it, but I'm not going to leave it as white. We are going to make it dark red. Okay, you're going to make it dark red. Good. So it is right there. I'm still going to order it to back very soon, but let's just do what we want to do first, and then I can now order to back. So duplicate, just to make that place dark. Duplicate as much as possible. Yes, just to make that place a little dark. Yep. All right, so now you're just going to select all of them together and merge. All right, merge them together by clicking on your merge tool. I've shown you how to merge before. So now what you're going to do now is just to click on it, click and hold it down. These 8 icons, those 8 dots there, click on it and hold it down, and then begin to drag until it goes behind that white shape that is there. Good. Now we are good. I feel like increasing it the more. All right, let's drag it to the left. Yes, so there you go. Now you can lock it up so that it won't be moving anyhow. So now you can lock all your elements, you can lock everything up. Okay, let's pick one and duplicate first for the names. All right, so you can give any names of your choice, and then make sure it's aligned, it's in the middle of, yes. So now you're just going to type in their what function. This one is a guest under it, so just type guest. Okay, the font I use for that is a signature font. Let me show you. This is it, this final font here, autograph personal use only, autograph personal use only. All right, so that is that. Increase the size a little bit, increase it more. Good. Copy it, and then move it, because once it is very small you find it difficult to move, right? So you might need to be moving it with your position tool. You might not be able to use your fingers to move it if it is very small. All right, because the size of the elements, once it is very small, it will be difficult to move with just your finger. So you can just use the positioning tool. Okay, you already know how to use the relative position. If you've not, you can simply go and watch the introduction to Pixellab tutorial right there. One of them is the host. All right, so let's just give this one host. Good. So Josh J is the host and the rest of them are guests. Cool. So the next thing we are going to add, I think we are almost done with this design right now. We're almost done with it. The next thing we are going to add is what? Let's bring out the reference image. The names are there. We're almost done now. Okay. All right, there's a light effect down here in the reference image. We see one light effect down there. So that is what we are going to add now. Let's add a light effect. Good. Where is it? Yes, bring it down here. You can rotate it. Yes, and then you can reduce the opacity. Good. So we are done with this design. Oh yeah, there is something at the side. All right, something like a curtain. All right, so let me just hide this now and bring in the curtain right there. So I think we've imported the curtain already. Oh no, we've not. So let's just quickly go over, come to import, and then come over to the curtain. This is it right here. Remove all this unnecessary space here. Good. Now reduce the size. Just delete it first, and then come over to eraser here. Increase this one, and then erase the edges so that it will fade into the background. Can you see that? So copy, crop, and change the direction, and then do this as well. Nice. So now so this is it. We are done with this design. All I have to do now is to add some shadows over that color, over that curtain. Just add some shadows like I did to these images. All right, so thank you so much for staying till the end of this video tutorial. If you learned something new, please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel and turn on the bell notification icon so that when I post another tutorial next time, you will be among the first persons to be notified. All right, I remain my humble self, Victor Isah, and I hope to see you around. Peace out.